Well, next up, ILTV's editor-in-chief Maayan Hoffman is with Minister Nir Barkat for an exclusive interview. They talked extensively about U.S.-Israel relations, the war, politics, and the economy, all of which we'll hear about on our show tomorrow. But for now, let's see what the minister has to say.
I'm standing here in the office of Minister Nir Barkat, the economy minister of the State of Israel. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you very much. Happy that you're here.
Thank you. So I want to just talk to you a little bit about the hostage deal that is on the table. Right now, we are in a situation where we have sent over a delegation from Israel to try to move this hostage deal forward. Do you believe that a deal is going to be signed in the near future, and do you believe it should?
Well, we're talking about psychopaths on the side of Hamas. What they've committed to Israel on October 7th is practically crazy. What they've done, the atrocities are second to nothing that we've seen. So the people that have committed such atrocities, they're psychopaths, extremely difficult to negotiate with. And I think that all pressure in the world must be put on them. We're a democracy. We want our hostages that were taken with pajamas from their homes. We want them back. And we'll do everything we can, put pressure with the army and anything that we can do to bring them back. But we need the pressure of the world to help get our hostages back.
And with that, if they do come home and we are able to effectively begin to end this war, we will want a vision for the day after. Minister Barkat, what is your vision for the day after? How do we succeed in Gaza?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Hamas have to be eliminated off the map, off the face of the earth. Their charter is to kill all Jews. It's a jihadi terrorist organization, and they're basically saying they will do it again and again if they had the capability and the ability. So we have to dismantle all their terror infrastructure. We have to make sure they do not survive at the end of this war. Because if they survive, it means we're going to have another October 7th. That's not what we think, that's what they're saying. So we know that they mean it. And then we're going to have to ask the people of Gaza, and by the way, same with the Palestinian Authority, the Palestinians around Judea and Samaria. Where are you headed? If you're headed to continue fighting with Israel, we will fight and make sure you lose. If you decide you want to be like Dubai, you want to build Dubai, you want to build Riyadh, then, and you recognize the state of Israel, let's talk how we do that. It's the people of Gaza to decide the fate of Gaza. It's up to them to decide. And we know very, very clearly that if they decide to collaborate with Israel and seek our help, to collaborate on the economic side and other things, and find a way to live, to coexist side by side, they'll find a hand ready for them to do a deal. But it's their decision to make. Right now, Hamas will never be a partner because their goal is to be jihadists and to kill all Israelis. We're the little Satan, and by the way, the U.S. is the big Satan. They want to eliminate all the Western democracies, all the non-Muslims from the world. They want to apply Sharia law. That's their charter. And we cannot live with such a neighbor. They have to change their course. Otherwise, it's not going to change.
Now, Minister Barkat, our viewers are going to be able to soon watch a longer version of this interview where they're going to hear many more answers from you. But I do want to end with one question that ties to our economy. The war has been going on for 9 months. We have spent a fortune to run this war, a necessary war, but nonetheless, it's cost a lot. We have just announced that we are going to have to reduce expenditures towards education, towards health. How do we go back to survive and to thrive after this war ends?
Well, it's a cost of war. We know that every time there's a round of violence in a region, in the war, there's a dip in the economy. It's clear. But every time we exit the war, you see a huge spike of growth. And there's no doubt in my mind it's going to be the same. The world is really interested in our technologies and our knowledge. Israelis that go to the army come out more entrepreneurial, more creative. And when you know how to collaborate, when the country knows how to shrink and manage itself wisely, then when you exit the war, I'm very optimistic as to the future, the economic future of Israel. We can manage the debt that is caused by the war, our debt to ratio, debt to GDP. Sorry, our debt to GDP ratio is one of the best in the world. We can manage that. There's no strategic risk there. We have to finish the war. Finishing the war when Hamas is eliminated, is key to the success of our economy in the future.
Thank you so much, Minister Barkat.
Pleasure.